11. Here on 3 Plus U, we've known we were ushering in the fall season when someone from Dollywood paid us a visit to get us excited about the Harvest Festival. So this year, Jen Webb has been tagged, you're it, and she's here this morning to get us excited about fall up in the Smoky Mountains. Great to see you this morning.
Good morning, Julie. It's great to see you too.
You know what? I think this year more than ever, maybe people will be eager to head your way for the Harvest Festival because as accommodating as you've been all summer long with the mask mandate and recommendations, it still can be a bit tricky. With the cooler weather here, wearing those masks, it's even easier to get out and enjoy.
Yeah, people have been really great about it since we opened back in June. But I do think you're right. I think the cooler weather is going to make that a little bit easier. And I think our mask relaxation zones have been a big help, and not having to wear them while you're eating and drinking and on certain rides. So yeah, I'm really excited to continue to see how the rest of the season goes.
Let's talk a little bit about this season. It's underway now, runs through October 31st, right? The Harvest Festival does?
Yes. It started September 25th, and it's going to run through October 31st. We're really excited. We've got some new stuff this year. One of the words that we're using is colossal, which is not a word that I think we use a lot, but I think it's a word that really fits this part of the festival. Julie, I don't know, have you ever seen a 1,500-pound pumpkin?
No, I can't even fathom a 1,500-pound pumpkin.
Right. So we've decided we're going to bring in these colossal pumpkins. They're award-winning pumpkins that these farmers have grown all through the East Coast. And we have got a couple of these award-winning pumpkins coming to the festival. And I have not seen them in person yet, but I have seen the pictures, and they are very, very big pumpkins.
Are they, I mean, 1,500 pounds, that could make them spread out wide, or they could be tall. So do you know, are they tall, Jen?
So I wasn't sure. I think in my head I kind of pictured them being taller, but I think just the way that pumpkins grow, they're kind of short and fat.
And they're dense. Yeah.
They're dense. Yep. So they're wider. But I think it's going to be really neat. I think the kids are going to really like it. It's going to be Instagram moments. So it was just something fun to add to the festival new this year. I know the birds are really excited to show them off at Dollywood. So that's exciting.
Don't y'all have a long-standing tradition of doing something with pumpkins, though, like with using them as luminaries?
Yeah, so this is our 4th year for our Great Pumpkin Luminites. And that's kind of been the big nighttime experience. We've always kind of had pumpkins and the jack-o'-lanterns, but we really stepped it up with our Great Pumpkin Luminites as our nighttime experience. It actually won Best Theme Park Harvest Time event from USA Today last year. And this year, we're actually expanding that into Wildwood Grove. As you may remember, we opened Wildwood Grove as our brand new area last year. And so this year, we have a brand new pumpkin display in Wildwood Grove. And what that is it's these sunflowers. And so it's a sunflower field. And these pumpkin sunflowers that they've created are taller than me, which is not terribly hard because I'm only 5'2", but they're like 7.5 feet tall.
Wow.
And so it's individual pumpkins that are kind of stacked together, and they kind of have carved the stem throughout, and then you're going to have a flower pumpkin on top where they've carved the flower, and there's a green light inside of the stem. And so at night, during the day you can tell what they are, but at night when they glow, they really look like a sunflower field. And that's kind of what Great Pumpkin Luminites is all about. We have all of these incredible displays that our teams have made from pumpkins, and they really come to life at night. You can see them during the day, but they really start to glow and come to life at night. We have hundreds of lighted pumpkins throughout the park during this festival.
And I'm glad that you went in to describe kind of the artistry behind the Luminites, because people go to Dollywood for different reasons. If you think it is a destination just for kids who want to thrill on the roller coaster, think again, because you see it, Jen. There are so many people who come to you because of the artistry you find at Dollywood.
Absolutely, and our pumpkins are a part of that. And then for this festival specifically, not only do we have our craftsmen that are always here with us on park, but we've brought in more than a dozen special artisans throughout the country that are going to do some different crafts that we don't always have, like paper marbling. So that's really neat. So I'm really excited. And then another thing that some of the adults and other people might enjoy better than the rides is we've also got our entertainment. And so for this festival specifically, we have more music, more live entertainment that we're bringing in than we ever have for any other festival in the park's history.
Wow.
Deal for us this year. Yeah. So it's more than 800 live performances throughout the festival. And this year, instead of just the Southern gospel, we're also incorporating bluegrass music as well. And so we've kind of taken a take it to the streets approach where everything's going to be outside entertainment wise. And so I think that's going to give the festival a really different feel.
Mm-hmm.
It is nice to go in and enjoy a show in a theater, but I think there's something to be said for just kind of being able to walk through the park.
Yes.
And kind of stop and enjoy something for a few minutes, especially if you've got kids, and then just to keep going.
Mm-hmm.
At some stages, so we're going to have some Southern gospel played on the porch of our Robert F. Thomas Chapel, which is new this year. We've added a stage in Market Square by the Celebrity Theater. We've added a stage in Adventures in Imagination. So we really are going to have just music just through the entire park, through this entire festival.
And I think people will realize how much they have missed that, because one of the great things that we lost in COVID was the entertainment outlets. And people have missed concerts and the arts around them. So this will bring that back.
Yes, we're really excited. And that was one of the things that was really important to us, was to be able to do this. And that was why we kind of chose for it to be a festival atmosphere, to make sure that we could continue to bring that music in a safe way and in a way that people would feel comfortable and want to enjoy.
Okay, before I let you run, and as happy as it is for me to talk about the Fall Fun at Dollywood, I guess once the clock runs down and October 31st comes and goes, then you're gearing up for Christmas?
Yes, it's going to be here before we know it. We've been, as we were talking earlier, we've already been stringing Christmas lights for weeks now, because there's millions of them throughout the park. So after the Harvest Festival closes on October 31st, we close for about a week to let take all the pumpkins down and put all the Christmas trees up. And so our Christmas festival, our Smoky Mountain Christmas, is going to start Saturday, November 7th.
Okay.
So if you can't make the Harvest Festival, you got to make it for Christmas, because that is just the most magical and beautiful time of year in the Smoky Mountains.
Or just simply go for both.
Yes, that's what I'm going to do. That's what I'm going to do. I want to mention, Harvest Festival, if anything might drive you to come, we've got 2 new flavors of cinnamon bread for our Harvest Festival. I know we have our cinnamon bread purist, but for those of us who like a little bit of adventure, we have an apple pie cinnamon bread that we're bringing to Harvest, and a pumpkin spice cinnamon bread.
Okay, you can never get enough pumpkin spice this time of year.
You can never get enough pumpkin spice, and you can never get enough cinnamon bread. So.
All right. Thank you so much for your time, Jen.
Thank you, Julie.
You can always learn more by going to dollywood.com. And by the way, Jen didn't mention it, but I will. If you're thinking ahead towards Christmas gift ideas, a season pass to Dollywood is a great one to put in that stocking. We're back with more right after this.